And welcome back to Guy's Garage, where inside sits a 2004 Lexus RX330. I bought this car a little bit ago and I've done some work on it. I've put some lower control arms on it and hope that the $1,700 that I spent on this thing is not for waste. It has almost 280,000 miles on it, and it's got a few problems. It looks great. Like, the paint is in okay shape. The wheels and tires are great, but that's where the problems start. Like, the moonroof, sunroof does not close, so I need to fix that. And the catalytic converters are probably shot, so I bought a whole bunch of fuel additive with a prayer and a hope that I get good luck and the check engine light stays off when my mechanic, Russell, at Advantage Automotive, clears the codes. So we're gonna have to just drive it. This is my car, and I can't believe it's my car. This is a car that is iconic. This is an RX330, and it's the second generation. It's built on the RX300. So it is the second iteration and the most successful crossover SUV. In fact, it started crossover SUVs. You see these things everywhere. And the latest iteration of this, it looks very similar. Like the lines, the body, the shape, the overall look and feel is very, very similar still. This is an epic car, and I own one, so I'm pretty excited. This is targeted at like suburban moms. It's not an off-road beast. It has luxurious amenities. When you get inside, it's supposed to envelop you in this cocoon of luxury, high seating position, and just an overall good, comfortable feel with good gas mileage for its day. I think even today it's getting 26 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. Something that proves the quality of this car, I believe, more than anything else, is the shift lever. The shift lever is in a very unique location. It's sort of tucked in the dash, but like down a bit. And when you shift, there's this solid shift feel. It feels very, very premium. Today, it's not necessarily this car, but where the car is in, this garage. I have some plans for this garage. I have a lot of plans. Right now, it is shoe storage, pesticide storage, and some bike tires and some brooms. But today, I'm gonna transform my desk area, and I'm gonna give this car its own television or monitor to watch itself on YouTube. So come with me, join me, as I take you on a tour around my garage, and I'll show you what I'm doing to upgrade the garage. I mean, after all, this is Guy's Garage. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you're gonna wanna subscribe because there's a lot more where this came from. I'm gonna be buying a lot more cars. Over there in the corner, I've got to put a television. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. If I'm working on cars, if I'm working on my channel or whatever, I want to have a TV or a monitor, which are basically the same thing these days, like over the desk. So I have this crazy strong Gorilla mount. They call it an articulating mount. So I'm going to clean this garage out, mount the mount, put the TV on the mount. I have a lot to do. I don't know if there's anything behind me. Probably should check. Nope. Oh, check engine light came on again. I do have this. I don't know if this is going to allow me to pass smog. It is Seafoam Auto Marine Fleet. Cleans injectors, carb jets, stabilizer fuels, controls moisture, quiets noisy lifters, cleans deposits, lubricates fuel, lubes upper cylinders, de-ices, and anti-gel. Sounds like a miracle product to me. Don't know if it'll work. Whew, that stinks. Wow. Blue Ridge Mountains, Colorado River. So we gotta get stuff out of the way so we can mount this thing. All this junk. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna end up chucking a lot of this stuff. Headlamps that have no strap. Ah, shoot. All right, we're getting closer. Just a few more items. Why do I have so many spigots? Check this out. I used to own an RV, a Class C, and it had all these labels that were peeling. This is like a rubber wheel. You just take it like this, and I did like 8 hours of this. Takes it right off. Watch how satisfying all this is. See all this dirt on the table? Look at all this dust. I like to move it, move it. I want to install this kickstop. Every garage needs a door. Every door needs one of these things. I can't tell you how annoying this is to have this keep closing. So I bought this, but when it kicks down, it's kind of tricky to know how high to put it. I've never done this before. Well, first of all, I gotta make sure the door closes with it mounted. That's about right. I don't know about you, but if you own a home, there are so many little projects that just pile up. And it's out of control. Like, you could spend every weekend on a project or 3. Every weekend. So like, I'm much more sympathetic now to people that hire handymen, even if you can do it. Look at this bad boy. Woo! Now we want to move all this wood in random places. Put some of it over here. Stud. Stud. I've done this before, you'll see. It'll work. This thing telescopes up and down. I didn't know that. Okay. If you've never hung a television, or if you have, I don't know what I'm gonna put this on. This is an articulating chief mount. Top of the line. It is used, but it's okay. This bad boy.
A few moments later.
There we go. See that? This, listen, I'm rolling out the red carpet for you guys. If you don't subscribe, none of this is gonna work. Okay, check. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. There is my 40-something inch, I don't know, 50-inch 4K television. The old owner did this. You can see they had shelving and I took it all off. So I think I'm gonna take that bar out. You see that bad boy? That's got a dangerous little teeth. It just digs in. Dig it right in there. There we go. So let's put this up. Put it on. It clips in. And then there's these little bolts. Bottom of the TV, middle of the bolt. 21.5 inches. You gotta pull this thing out. And this has to go on the wall. Other way. We gotta mark a bunch of stuff. There. Good enough. 16 on center. This is a stud finder. I saved the original packaging and I just cut it. Look. I just cut it to where I can pull it out. That way I can hang it on the wall and I don't need to store it in a drawer. See? Pretty fancy, huh? And then, of course, you always leave the battery out. You don't want to have it plugged in because it'll go bad. So I can now plug the battery in. It also doesn't, not only does it not corrode, it doesn't go dead. Here's the power button. And it's got deep scan and stud scan. So if we bring it over here, we've got like a stud here, here, and here. I'm not sure why. Let's see what we got here. This thing's pretty cool. You just move really slow. It's coming. There's the edge of the stud. Yeah, those are actually 16 inches. This is not 16 inches, so I can't mount to it. It's gonna go nice here in my garage. I can't even breathe. It's so hot. But I'm gonna have my TV here, and I'm gonna have my desk and my chair, and I can stand or sit, whatever I wanna do. Here's where, oh, I need to sell this scooter to clear room for my cars. The 9 bot. And then we got to spray for bugs, finish that project. And then I also have termite stuff I need to get to. This is for all my, actually the Turris SC, that's for termites. So I have a lot of stuff to do, as I said. But the car's working, so I drive it around every once in a while. I keep it warmed up. But I'm excited to start buying and selling more cars. I can't believe you guys are a part of it. This is a dream come true. So thanks for, oh, let's check our subscriber. We used to do this back in the early days. Right now I have 1051, baby. So I gotta go to Home Depot to get 4 identical lag screws. I don't have the right washers. They're 2 different sizes. They have to be the right girth for that. They have to be able to fit through that hole and then fit this way. One time I got a lag screw that fit in the hole, but it didn't fit in here. So it's easier just to take everything to Home Depot and go get the right thing that you need. But I have to show you something I'm not proud of. I used my Lexus for like hauling stuff, and it's quite bad. Let me show you what I mean. I had a lot of yard work. I gotta get this thing detailed anyway. I figured I might as well just go all out. But let's take this thing out for a spin, and I don't know if it's gonna get me really nasty dirty if I open the windows. It's kind of hot today. Oh, you know what I just thought? I've never checked the cabin air filter, and I have a suspicion, because the blower is kind of slow, that it's pretty bad. You want to check it out with me and see? So here's the cabin air filter. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is nasty. Dude, that has not been cleaned since the car was brand new. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was breathing this. It looks like there's a rat that chewed through this. What? First I sucked it out and then I blew it out. I think it's gonna blow a lot better. The air conditioning is probably gonna be so much better. Let's see how much better this thing blows. Ah, oh, dude, all the leaves. Check this out. This thing needs a car wash bad. Oh man. Whew. Hopefully this holds. Oh boy. How am I gonna aim that? Dude. Moment of truth, baby. Wow. Watch this articulation. Ho-ho! All right, it's a job well done. We are tired. Guy's Garage, 2004 Lexus. We've got a lot more projects. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna buy another vehicle soon because we're getting the place set up. Check that out, that's pretty cool. Until next time, see you later.